Hi, Vincent Harris. Today I'd like to talk about something that was actually a question that was asked of me on a break at the Pentagon in Washington, D.C. when I was speaking there a few months ago. Someone came up to me on the break and asked this question. Mr. Harris, can you share some tricks with me, some things that I can do non-verbally to make other people think that I'm really listening to them? My reply was just that. I chuckled. I said, how about I show you something that not only will make the other person feel like you're really listening to them, but the reason that it will make them feel like you're listening to them is because you really will be. See, sometimes you'll hear people say, well, the trick is, and when I hear somebody say the trick, that presupposes that somebody's going to be tricked. I don't know about you, but I don't like to be tricked. So I don't like to teach things in terms of the trick because that typically implies that it's one-sided. It's going to benefit one person and not so much the other. So what I'd like to share with you then is a strategy. The strategy is something that you do with your body, therefore your body language, because not only does body language involve the signals that you're sending to other people with your nonverbal communication, but for every change in your physiology that you make, and therefore the message that you are sending to someone, you are also, with that shift, sending a different signal to your own physiology, or to your own nervous system, with your physiology rather. What I'd like to zero in on is something that you've seen, I know you've done, but you can now begin to use it a little more methodically and strategically. And that is simply the head tilt. Now, the head tilt combined with the head nod is pretty powerful. It's pretty powerful in that the other person is really going to feel listened to, but the reason they're going to really feel listened to is because you are really listening at a different level. See, anytime in the past that you've truly been riveted by something that somebody was saying, chances are very powerful that you were leaning in slightly, you were nodding your head from time to time, and over a period of time, if the discussion was long enough, you started to kind of tilt your head a little bit too. Our body, our nervous system, encodes that memory, if you will, such that when those positions are taken up again, even if it's intentionally, it fires off that signal that's embedded within your nervous system. And the nervous system says, oh, head nod, leaning slightly forward, and the head tilt, that means I'm on high alert. I'm really tuned in and listening. So you can do this two ways. You can either really focus on listening and not think so much about the nonverbal aspects of it, and you'll find that you naturally slide into those nonverbal aspects without thinking about them, just by focusing on listening more closely. Or you can forget all about listening more closely and simply focus on the nonverbal aspects or the changes in how you're using your body. Lean slightly forward, nod your head, and tilt your head slightly. And it sends your nervous system the same message, and it says, it's time to listen up. If you do this, the other person is going to feel like you're really listening, and that will be because you are really listening on a level that you normally don't. Don't take my word for this. Take it out and try it. Now, don't be extreme. Don't walk around like this, or don't nod like this. These are all subtle nuances. And the best way to practice this is to first go someplace like a food court at a mall and just sit and watch people who maybe are in love and who are really interested in each other, and watch as they communicate, watch as they speak. And you'll see these subtle head nods and the tilt of the head and the leaning forward. Then go out and practice that same thing with your spouse, your children, your coworkers, your employer. Don't take this at face value. Go find out for yourself. Vincent Harris, signing off till next time.